Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. In the previous video I took a look at the daily time frame as well. In this video we just want to take a look at the intraday price action. You know, the weekly candle close, nothing exciting happened here. Over the weekend Bitcoin has just been within this sideways range, continues to be in this sideways range. I would say squeezed between the 138% FIB extension at 91,960 and the 85k level, or actually between that trend line, right, the ascending trend line here, and that FIB level, and we're getting squeezed and Bitcoin needs to make a decision soon, I guess, you know, but this sideways action has actually been quite good for some altcoins. Today, however, we've seen some of a bit of a sell-off there across the sector as Bitcoin dipped a little bit lower, and that, you know, hurt some of the altcoins, but I don't think any of those coins broke the setup. Overall, I'm still watching for higher. It is not high confidence because the market is just moving sideways, consolidating. I think it's important to understand what are the key levels here. Well, the ascending trend line plus the FIB support area there between 88,580 and 90,295. That could offer, or those could offer, some weak support. So from there, I'm watching if the buyers are stepping in here. I'd still like to see one more high. Okay, if not here, and if we break below that trend line, I think it becomes quite probable we are testing that lower support here, the red line, which is structural support from the previous swing low. But then below that level at 85k, I assume we've topped. And that's not a major top. It just means that probably circle wave 4 is already starting a little earlier than expected, even though I shouldn't say that because for this move up, my target was 95 to 92k. We've reached it. Looking at price action, however, pullbacks remained corrective. Okay, the rallies as well, but the pullback is corrective. So it technically leaves the door open for higher, and I don't want to call a top here until support levels break. But please understand that below 88,580, we've got 85k. That's not FIB support. That is just structural support. And below that level, we've got the next Fibonacci support area between 75,950 and 82,160. As we're navigating in the late stages of this bull market, it's just important to be very much aware that we could be, and you might hear the dog in the background just jumping off the couch. Okay, you have to be aware that you know, I haven't called a top yet overall. You know, we're still in an uptrend, and I would still like to see the price get into the 100k range. We talked about that in very much detail in today's member live stream. I recommend everybody who wants to know more about bigger picture, larger time frame, what are the expectations also for the next bear market, you check out today's member live stream. It's still accessible. If you're not a member, you can sign up. Even with you know, the lower membership tiers, you can check it out. I think it's very important, and I do talk about this stuff in the videos as well, but obviously it's very much, this was all condensed, you know, 1.5 hours, a little bit more than an hour, after which I lost my voice kind of, talking just about, you know, altcoin season, Bitcoin, what happens if, and so on. So that's all there. So this here is just, if we break below support, this would just be a small pullback, I'd say. I mean, small pullback, you know, 15%, maybe 10-15%. It's not massive, but it can hurt, especially the altcoins. So please know, I did say it already like last week, or well, yeah, it's last week, that this pullback could be quite sharp, especially if this move up ends with an ending diagonal, which it could do, because at the moment I'm looking at this as an ending diagonal in wave 5 of circle 3. But as I said, if we break below certain levels, circle 4 is already unfolding. And if we follow this path higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with corrective subwaves, because this would be a diagonal pattern, right? Wave 1 was a 3-wave move. Wave 3 would be a 3-wave move, wave 5 as well. And it could send us to 97k, which is also a larger degree of FIB level pretty much, right? But yeah, overall just sideways action. I mean, the pullback is corrective, which is fine, not impulsive at all. Sideways action, I don't mind. I think during the sideways action, the altcoins could be doing quite well. So I don't mind if it continues to go sideways for a little bit longer. Just please be aware of 88,580 as the next FIB support, the trend line, and then the red structural support line. What we did yesterday was we took a look at the VRVP volume profiles. It showed us the point of control. You might remember that from yesterday, around 89,500 Well, that's precisely where we're finding some support right now, okay? And then there's a small cluster of support around 87,800 here, yeah? Below that, however, there's a bit of insufficiency there, and then it all comes in around the 61.8 retracement down there. Should be strong support there around the 76K mark. There's also some previous structural support. And I think we just have to be patient, wait for Bitcoin to make a decision. I mean, a break above 91,960 would indicate that we're on our way to the 95K level next. So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.